Hey y'all, what's up? This is Roklan. Welcome back to Roklan Reacts. This is the channel where you guys send me comments and suggestions, and I will do a reaction to the video so that way you can get the closest experience to seeing it for the first time over again. Now, today we are watching the Best of Norm Macdonald Part 2. I'm not sure where Part 1 is. This is just a link that I was given, and this is what I'm going to watch. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, I did a few videos earlier, but they didn't even get to be live because they got restricted as soon as and like I say, because it was something from Comedy Central. Like I say, when I get things from Comedy Central, they're usually pretty strict about who is able to do reactions to their videos. So I don't know. I sent them a repeal and uphill, and hopefully they'll let me upload it. If not, then I guess we can move on, or I'll do the Patreon thing. But anyway, let me change my screen. And this is going to be the Best of Norm Macdonald Part 2. This is a video that's over an hour long. So what we're going to do is up to about the first 10 minutes of it. All right? Here we go.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I like life, man.
You do, really?
Oh my God, people that complain about it. First of all, you're lucky enough to be alive when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Your mother had to have sex with your father. That your grandparents had to have sex. Great-grandparents had to have sex. It's lucky you're alive, my God.
It's amazing.
And I'm so happy every day that I'm alive
be.
because it's just a fluke. There's so many more people that never got to be alive. You know? And,
It's
That's an
true.
interesting point. I guess you're right. If you do the math.
So when people carp about it, I'm like, man, it's the greatest gig in the world, being alive.
Being alive.
You get to eat at Denny's, wear a hat, whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah. Get haircuts. It is. Well, good. I'm glad life is going well. I know.
Ridiculous.
Now, I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years.
Ah.
Okay, I made that up. But
No. We haven't?
no, we're friends. We're good friends. But I don't know what your... Macdonald, is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic
My
background?
ethnic background is Polish.
Are you really Polish? Wow.
Polish people,
I didn't
yeah.
realize that.
Yeah.
Macdonald, you don't...
Well, my parents changed their names. They
Right.
had to because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they changed their name to McDonald. But, you know, it's one of the things that you can, you know, I mean, I get a little upset about it, you know, because, you know, you
All the
can't...
Polish jokes and
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people, you know.
Right, right.
I don't like it.
Right. You shouldn't. That sounds bad, yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, you know. I go in and I order a Polish sausage, you know, from this guy, you know. And so the guy says to me, you must be Polish. I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. You know, I'm trying to knock some sense into this fella's head, maybe give him a wider world view, you know.
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French, you know?
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian? You know? I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fella to be a German fella?
Right,
I
right.
said, what if a guy came in and ordered German potato salad? I suppose you'd think he was German too. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know? What if a guy...
Wow, you talked to this guy for a while.
I'm telling you, man. With racists, you have to get through
You have to
them.
really get it into their head. Right.
I said, if a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
I said, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that just because I come in here, I order a Polish sausage, why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
And you hate Polish jokes, don't you? You just hate them.
No, I think they're disgusting.
Let me ask you quickly. We haven't talked to you in so long. I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your... we used to talk in the old days. You and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector.
He's Polish too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from my cousin's side of the family. And he was a great man, my uncle. You know,
Right.
he was an old fella. He actually rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he was a hobo.
Hobo.
As you might call him. I
Yeah.
don't like that term. But whatever.
Tramp or whatever,
Yeah,
what
he's a
have you.
tramp, Railroad bum. But he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression, searching for work.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he actually rode the rails. Uncle Hector, and he told me it was an interesting story. He'd go through. This was in Canada, and there's a town called Kitchener in Canada, and the railroad cops were tough, boy. They were
Ooh.
tougher than real cops. You know, they had a law of their own. The railroad cops.
I feel like I should be tucked into bed listening
Yeah,
to you.
no, right?
Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad
Yeah.
cops.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh boy, he was well known. He was well known for beating hobos to death.
Really? He'd
yeah.
find a hobo on his train, he'd beat him to death.
Beat him to death. And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course. Oh, hey, Norm, how you doing? So
Wow, such focus on these stories.
that wasn't a mirror. That was another guy.
Okay,
named
oh, there's a
Norm.
guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad bums would all hop off before they got to Kitchener,
Right.
to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyways, my Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that I think the young people could learn from. This is
Yeah, don't go mine hopping, kids.
during the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work. My Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine, and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots, and he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I." And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now,
No, that's not the end of the
There's
story.
more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
The
Now-
most dreaded.
No. Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector.
What?
No, you want to talk about
Sorry, I'm
Uncle
trying to help you out.
No, Uncle Hector.
Dad, where's this story going?
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and
Yeah.
it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. You know, darkness, you know,
It's dank. It's
stank.
yeah.
It's coaly. It's a lot of.
What?
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's
you
not
got-
coaly. It's
Coaly.
coal-ridden.
It's coal-ridden.
Coal-infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal infested. So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, He said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here in town?" Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, we don't have, we have sex with animals here. By God, says Uncle Hector, I'm not going to do that. Why, I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So,
Be to your own devices.
yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. But he was a man. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know,
Right. When we're thinking about the
ladies,
The
you
ladies,
know,
yeah.
and, but he kept it under control. He went again, he said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." "Ah, my God." 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer, he told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to, I'm just a man, I'm weak, you know, I'm not a saint, you know, and I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, "I walked up and I began having sex with a pig." And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners like around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, what? Well, you're the guys that told me that, you have sex with animals. They're like, Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend.
Cody don't know what to do about that joke. Look at him.
Of all the
Animals to have sex with.
you don't want to have sex
And now with Kitchener Leslie's pig. No, that's terrible.
Not Kitchener Leslie's pig. Kitchener Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You tell quite a yarn, man.
Well, I had shorter ones, but...
That was not a good joke, no.
There's no other guest tonight. That pretty much.
I have one other funny anecdote, and it's very short.
I don't think we can.
Here he is, the always entertaining Norm Macdonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, they gotta ban this video. I got stuff from NBC. But I wonder how the other people were able to put it up there. I guess because they are just looking at their own material. But this is not NBC's YouTube channel, so I'm not sure. I gotta figure that out.
I saw that show today, Norm. Very funny.
What show? The TV show?
Yeah, your TV show.
Yeah,
Congratulations. And by the way, you look very youthful. And how come we haven't seen you in 2 years?
Oh, how come I haven't been here in 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been busy. I got a kid, you know.
I know. How old?
Well, you got a kid?
Yeah, I do.
How old's Harry?
He's 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, they grow up so slow. You know, it's barely discernible. Isn't it?
Yes, how old is your son?
He's 18. They get far less cute.
Yeah.
They're
Good
not as cute when they're out on the lawn punching you in the chest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here.
Oh, it's good to be here,
And
man.
in addition to the new show, the Norm Macdonald Sports Show, you have like your was it your first stand-up special?
Yes, I did a Comedy Central special.
Great.
One of 40 they did this year on Comedy Central. And but it was fun. But I got a weird time. They showed it at 11:30 and on Saturday, and it turned out that was during this thing called Earth Hour. I think some people know what it is.
Yeah.
On Earth Hour, you have to turn off your electricity. So, wow.
That's horrible.
And as you know, and as I know, and as they apparently know, TVs are powered by electricity. So, and furthermore, my key demographic is damn dirty hippies.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Took one on the chin there.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I'm very surprised and impressed about this, that you've built kind of like a Twitter following.
Yes, well, I'm an internet sensation.
Whoa. Now, I didn't take you for a guy that would know about that kind of
I know
stuff.
all about that stuff.
When did you start Twitter?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, jeez.
But this is what I know. I did it for the Oscars. The guy told me how to do it, and I was watching the Oscars, and you know how horrible those were. And so it was pretty easy to do just jokes constantly on how horrible everyone was. You know? And you know, and some of the things were nice, like it was nice to see Kirk Douglas, of course, you know, and he had that terrible stroke, which didn't affect his comic timing at all. And but so I twittered, and I ended up twittering 190 tweets.
Whoa.
And which is, it turns out, it's way too much.
Really?
So people started telling me to stop. Anyways, get this. Just earlier, this happened right before we came on the show. I walked out here.
Yeah.
I'm in some kind of Twitter feud with Steve Martin.
I know that Steve also actively twitters.
Yeah. So this is what happened. Dig this. You know how to tweet?
No.
You don't know how to tweet?
No.
Where you been? So
How
he
old
writes
is
a
this?
tweet. I misunderstand it. I reply.
Let's hear what he says.
What he said?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what he said. I'm not really that great at it, but he said, has anybody seen my hat? Now, I'm looked everywhere for it. I can't find my hat.
Right.
So I say, was it a brown fedora with a red hat band? But what I didn't know is he sent a twit pic.
Stop right there. Let me just say, if this is an example of Twitter communication, it's invaluable.
Yeah, I guess Twitter just came out or something. From the
What do you think
looks
I
of
should
that
answer?
phone.
This is the last thing he said to me. He goes, this just came in 9 seconds ago. He goes, still mulling over this tweet from Norm to me. It's so enigmatic. Is it a put down?
With Norm, you would never know.
Honestly, I mean, he lost a hat, right?
Yeah.
And then you responded, is it with a red hat band?
Yeah.
None of this makes any sense.
Yeah, it's a generational thing.
Oh, that's
but,
I guess so. Well, what isn't?
Now, I will tell you what's cool about the internet and being an internet sensation and stuff. On the YouTube now, everybody, you know, I don't know if you remember but the famous, and did you ever hear the Andy Williams quote? In the future, everybody will be famous for 25 minutes?
Yes, I think it was Andy Warhol.
Huh?
Andy Williams was Moon River.
Oh.
Andy, it's a generational thing. Yeah. Okay.
But here's the thing. Like, for instance, have you ever heard of Harrison Schmitt?
No.
Okay. He walked on the moon.
I didn't know that.
Right. An astronaut.
Right.
A guy who walked on the moon. There's very few people that have been in the position to go, hey, where's the moon? There it is.
Right. No, you're right. That's a good point.
Right. Now, so 12 people have landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Who else?
Right.
So this Harrison Schmitt fella must be going, what the hell do I have to do to get famous? Right? Meanwhile, the Kardashians, we know Khloe, we know...
It's awful.
Yeah, Lois.
Lois Kardashian.
All of them.
We'll be right back with Norm Macdonald, everybody.
Norm is weird, y'all. All right, let me pause it because I'm sure I'm probably over 10 minutes. Pause. All right, I was at 16:20. All right, y'all. So that was some of the best of Norm Part 2. Like I was saying during the video, they're probably not going to even let me upload that video because it has so many name brands of production companies. And it's been rough, y'all. It's been rough for the last couple of days because they haven't been letting me upload anything, and I've been making the videos. I know you people, you guys have been like supporting the channel, and it seems like I'm not putting any content out, but I keep getting banned. I'll keep on putting up the pictures of when they ban. Well, not banned, but I keep getting my videos restricted, so that means no one can see them. But anyway, back to Norm. Norm is a great guy. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. He has a very unique way of looking at the world in general, and a unique way of communicating, because it seems like he's going to be going one place and then he jumps and goes the other place, and he has the, I guess, charisma to let you, well, to have the person that he's speaking to, like, you're interested in the story, and it's almost like you're hoping. It's like for him, you are hoping for him that this story gets to a great ending, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but it's always a fun ride listening to his entire story of what he decides he wants to communicate to the host. But anyway, that is Norm Macdonald, the best of, what was it called? My favorite Norm Macdonald Part 2. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out, y'all. Thanks again.